Alright, Schlockmeister fans, a re-review from my previous channel, The Incredible Shrinking Woman. Lily Tomlin, Charles Grodin. Let's check it out.
Ooh, isn't that delicious? Huh? Just enjoy the heck out of it.
I can't smell it.
Man, you can't grimace like that. Because just look in the camera and say, tastes like real cheddar cheese. You don't think it does? You really don't? It doesn't? Well, what does it taste like? Shit.
Lily Tomlin plays Pat Kramer, and this is her family. Her husband is like this advertising executive, Charles Grodin.
I'll be the agency's biggest account. I made a 1-hour presentation. Have you been a good girl?
He's always bringing new products home for his family to try, test out. This is some, like, Explode-A-Gum or something.
Oh, no, not the perfume and not
No, it's you and the perfume and the night and the music.
A lot of chaos. Well, something starts happening to Pat. It appears her clothes are getting smaller, as are her jewelry.
Oh, honey.
Are you dieting again, honey?
Perfectly normal. 5 foot 5 inches.
5'5", I'm 5'7".
No, you're 5'5". These scales don't fly.
But I've been 5'7" ever since I was 19.
So she's shrinking. And no one knows why.
Look, honey, there's your commercial.
Ned Beatty is Charles Grodin's boss.
Products could be banned from this. Heads would roll, Nance. Heads would roll.
What about the public? I mean, couldn't the label at least say, caution, this product might be hazardous to your size?
Lily Tomlin actually plays dual roles in this movie.
Testosterone, inert sugar syrup, tumescent tissue of bull scrotum.
And she's still shrinking.
Here we have Cousin Bill.
She's becoming a celebrity.
Did she begin to shrink because no one noticed? Did she begin to shrink because no one cared? Did she begin to shrink because her role as homemaker was belittling?
She still tries to be a mother, though.
Oh, brother.
The question in all our minds is, why is Pat Kramer shrinking?
Is that accurate for you, Pat?
She appears on the Mike Douglas show.
For me.
She's not going to reveal that it's her husband's products, her husband's company's products that did this.
It hasn't been determined yet, Mike.
Right on.
At her husband's company, Henry Gibson.
A serum could be developed from the blood of what's her name? Pam?
Pat Kramer.
Yes. A shrink serum. Which can...
I need her blood. You have our word. No harm will come to the Kramer woman. Now, do you have some ideas about how we should approach her?
Oh, I've got ideas.
Folded the kids and the curiosity seekers.
So she takes up residence in a dollhouse.
And tried to contribute to the mounting doctor bills by working on my memoirs.
The strange.
She sneaks into her husband's bedroom at night. And then she takes a fall and ends up in the garbage disposal. That has potential for bad. They have a woman and a maid there named Concepcion who's helping them out. Didn't realize she was down there, of course, but she did manage to escape. And she thinks that she killed her. But she wasn't killed. In fact, she was kidnapped, although we didn't actually see the kidnapping. She tries talking to Sydney, the gorilla, played by Rick Baker, actually.
Sydney, keys. There must be keys. You could get the keys and unlock your cage.
Trouble.
We're already in a lot of trouble. Dr. North is planning to use me to shrink the world. I know you don't believe me, but look in my folder. Go ahead, look. Read page 10. It's me. I'm alive. I'm alive.
Pat, my God, where are you? Pat, my God, Pat, where are you?
I don't have much time. I've been kidnapped by the Organization for World Best. They want to use me to shrink the world.
Increasingly mysterious Pat Kramer case.
My wife is alive. She phoned me. She's been kidnapped. I called the police and they didn't believe me.
So the guy Rob and Sydney are going to try to help her escape. She kept shrinking, so they put her underneath that.
It's too risky keeping her alive. Gorilla.
So the three of them make a break for it.
You're in car number 2. Headed for the street. Cut the power in car number 2.
They managed to get away, get outside. All right, I believe she kind of blew away and fell into these chemicals on the ground there, this spill of shampoo and who knows what else, as we see some movement there.
This lady says she belongs here. Arrest this man. But you haven't done anything, trust me.
And whatever chemical she swallowed appears to have had the opposite effect now. That's our movie. All right, let's talk about The Incredible Shrinking Woman. This is an old cable movie as well that used to pop up on HBO, Showtime, the movie channel back in the 80s. And I saw it quite a bit. It's a little bit nostalgic for me, although I don't quite remember as much as I probably think I should have, and I probably don't enjoy it as much as I used to either. But it's a silly little film, and it's okay. Lily Tomlin and Charles Grodin, they're a couple. And Charles Grodin works for this company. They make new food products and whatever else kind of products. He's always bringing samples home and this and that. And Lily Tomlin all of a sudden starts noticing that she's getting smaller. Like her jewelry falls off of her, like her bracelet falls off. And she's 2 inches shorter when she goes to the doctor. And turns out she's shrinking. She's literally shrinking and getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And we're led to believe, of course, that it's the chemicals and whatever it is that she's been taking. Her husband's company is basically at fault here. So she keeps shrinking. She becomes a celebrity. She ends up sleeping in the dollhouse. She wants to try to maintain the same life that she always has as best she can. So she continues to, try to make food for her family and everything else. And at one point, she falls into the trash compactor or in the sink. And at one point, they think she was killed because they only found her shoe. She was gone, but it turns out she was kidnapped by Charles Grodin's company. Unbeknownst to Charles Grodin, of course, her husband. They want to use her blood to create some sort of serum, like a shrink serum that could shrink the world and shrink anybody, I guess. So Henry Gibson's there, Ned Beatty's there. Ned Beatty's Charles Grodin's boss. So they capture her, and then while she's caged, like in a dog cage or a cat cage or something, mouse cage, she ends up befriending this guy named Rob, who's like a janitor there, and this gorilla named Sydney. She eventually convinces them that she's there against her will. They help her escape. They get out. She announces on this microphone in front of the store who she is. Her husband shows up just in time to watch her shrink into nothingness. She blows away and she's presumed dead again at that point. However, she fell into this pool of chemicals and apparently swallowed some of it. And the next thing you know, she shows up at her house again and she's alive and well. Ned Beatty's there. He voluntarily has himself arrested by the police. And Lily Tomlin is presumably fine, but then she tries to put her wedding ring back on and it won't fit. Her finger's too big. The next thing you know, her shoe breaks because her foot's getting bigger. So whatever she drank, chemical-wise, is having the opposite effect, and she's going to be an incredible growing woman, I guess. And that's how our movie ends. So anyway, that is this movie. I kind of remember this movie when it came out in the theaters, actually. Never saw it, but I do remember the ads for it, the trailers. It's probably rated, it says PG, but it's practically a G-rated movie. It's certainly kid-friendly. They could watch this. It's an okay film. You know, it is what it is. It's kind of a fun film. We'll just leave it at that. It's The Incredible Shrinking Woman. It's available on DVD. I have the DVD, actually, but now I got the Blu-ray as well. The Shout Select put this out. I really like Shout Select's products that they put out. They're kind of more mainstream, not exploitation type stuff. Not that I dislike exploitation, because that's my bread and butter, but I have a lot of mainstream movies too, or, you know, almost kind of mainstream stuff. So anyway, check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about it. I'll leave a link to it down below if you're looking to buy it, and do it. Check it out, buy it, and leave some comments. Incredible Shrinking Woman. Bye.